Have you ever felt like you were different? Like you didn't quite fit in with the crowd? Like you were carrying a weight that others couldn't see or understand? If so, my friend, you might just be a chosen one. And let me tell you something. Being chosen is both a blessing and a burden. Now, I don't want you to imagine for a moment that you're standing on top of a mountain. The view is breathtaking. You can see for miles and miles. The air is crisp, clean, and invigorating. But as you look around, you realize something: you're the only one up there. The rest of the world is down below, going about their daily lives, unaware of the magnificent vista you're experiencing. This, my friends, is the paradox of being the chosen one. You're blessed with a unique perspective, a special calling, a divine purpose. But with that blessing comes a profound sense of loneliness. Today, we're going to explore why this is, and more importantly, how you can embrace your chosen status and fulfill your destiny despite the isolation you may feel. 1. The weight of vision. And the first reason chosen ones often find themselves lonely is the weight of vision. You see, chosen ones are gifted with the ability to see beyond the present, to envision a future that others can't even imagine. This vision is both a gift and a burden. Imagine you're living in a world where everyone is content with candlelight, but you've been given a glimpse of electricity. You can see a world illuminated by brilliant, unwavering light. You try to explain this vision to others, but they can't understand. They're satisfied with their candles. They can't comprehend the revolution you're foreseeing. This is the loneliness of vision. You're carrying a future that others can't see or understand. It's like you're living in two worlds simultaneously, the world as it is and the world as it could be. This dual existence can be isolating. People might call you a dreamer, impractical, or even crazy. But remember, every great innovation, every world-changing movement started with a vision that others couldn't initially see. So if you find yourself lonely because of your vision, take heart. Your ability to see beyond the present is not a curse. It's a calling. It's evidence that you've been chosen to bring something new into the world. Embrace your vision, nurture it, and know that in time others will come to see what you see. 2. The burden of responsibility. The second reason for the loneliness of the chosen ones is the burden and responsibility. When you're chosen, you're not just given a gift. You're given a task. And often, this task is monumental. Think about it. When you're given a great responsibility, it changes you. It alters your priorities, your perspective, your very way of being. While others are focused on their immediate pleasures and problems, you're grappling with weighty matters that affect many. Imagine you've been given the responsibility to find a cure for a deadly disease. While others are going about their normal lives, you're in the lab working tirelessly, knowing that every minute counts, that lives hang in the balance. This responsibility sets you apart. It makes it hard to engage in small talk, to worry about trivial matters. You're carrying a weight that others can't see or understand. This is the loneliness of responsibility. You're not just living for yourself anymore. You're living for a purpose bigger than yourself. And that can be isolating. People might not understand why you can't just relax or take it easy. They might accuse you of being too serious, too focused. But here's the truth. Your sense of responsibility is not a burden. It's a badge of honor. It's proof that you've been entrusted with something important. So if you feel lonely because of the weight you're carrying, remember, you were chosen because you're strong enough to bear it. Your responsibility is not just a task. It's a testament to your character and capability. 3, the challenge of higher standards. The third reason chosen ones often experience loneliness is the challenge of higher standards. When you're chosen, you're called to a higher level of excellence. You're not just expected to do well. You're expected to excel, to set new benchmarks, to redefine what's possible. And imagine you're an athlete who's been identified as having Olympic potential. Suddenly, your training regimen intensifies. While your friends are hanging out and having fun, you're at the gym, pushing your body to its limits. You're watching your diet, getting enough sleep, and constantly working to improve your performance. Your life becomes disciplined in a way that others might not understand or appreciate. This is the loneliness of higher standards. You're no longer competing against others. You're competing against your own potential. You're striving not just to be good, but to be exceptional. And this pursuit of excellence can be isolated. People might not understand why you can't just be satisfied with being good enough. They might accuse you of being perfectionist or obsessive. But here's the truth. Your high standards are not a flaw. They're a feature of your chosen status. You've been called to excellence because excellence is needed to fulfill your purpose. Your refusal to settle for mediocrity is not pride. So if you feel lonely because you're always pushing yourself harder than others, take heart. Your commitment to excellence is not just about personal achievement. It's about being prepared for the great task you've been chosen to accomplish. Your high standards are preparing you for high service. 4, the isolation of insight. The fourth reason for the loneliness of chosen ones is the isolation of insight. Chosen ones are often gifted with a level of understanding that goes beyond the surface. They see patterns where others see chaos. They perceive depth where others see only shallow. Imagine you're watching a complex film with a group of friends. While they're enjoying the surface level plot, you're seeing layers of symbolism, catching subtle references, understanding deeper themes. You try to discuss these insights, but your friends just don't see what you see. They might even become frustrated with your overanalysis. This is the loneliness of insight. Your ability to perceive and understand at a deeper level can create a gap between you and others. You might find yourself struggling to engage in superficial conversations because you're always seeking depth. You might feel frustrated when others can't or won't see beyond the obvious. But here's the truth. Your insights are not a barrier. They're a bridge. You've been given this understanding for a reason. Your ability to see deeper and understand more is not just for your benefit. You're meant to be a teacher, a guide, someone who can help others see what they couldn't see before. So if you feel lonely because of your insights, remember, your understanding is a gift that's meant to be shared. Yes, not everyone will grasp what you're saying immediately. Yes, it can be frustrating when others don't see what's so clear to you. But your role is not to force understanding. It's to offer it patiently and persistently. Your insights are like seeds. Plant them whenever you can, even if the soil doesn't seem fertile. You never know when those seeds might take root and grow into something beautiful. Your loneliness is temporary, but the impact of your insights could be eternal. 5, the solitude of preparation. The fifth reason chosen ones often experience loneliness is the solitude of preparation. You see, being chosen doesn't mean you're immediately ready for your calling. Often, there's a period of preparation, a time of training, growth, and development. And this preparation often happens in solitude. Think about it. When a caterpillar is transforming into a butterfly, it doesn't do so in public. It retreats into a cocoon hidden from the world. This period of isolation is crucial for its transformation. The same is true for chosen ones. Imagine you're being prepared for a great leadership role. While others are out socializing and building their networks, you're studying leadership principles, developing your character, honing your skills in solitude. You might spend hours reading, reflecting, practicing all alone. This period of preparation can feel isolating. You might feel like you're missing out on life while you're preparing for your purpose. This is the loneliness of preparation. You're going through a process that others can't see or understand. You're being shaped, molded, and refined for your calling. And this process often happens away from the spotlight in the quiet moments of solitude. But here's the truth. Your time of preparation is not a punishment. It's a privilege. It's evidence that you're being equipped for something great. Just as a soldier trains rigorously before going into battle, you're being prepared for the challenges that come with your calling. So if you feel lonely because you're in a season of preparation, take heart. This time of solitude is not wasted time. It's investment time. You're not being left behind, you're being built up, your preparation in progress. Now remember, the depth of your preparation determines the height of your elevation. Embrace this time of solitude. Use it to grow, to learn, to become. Because when your moment comes, and it will come, your preparation will pay off, and the impact you'll make will be worth every moment. 6, the misunderstanding of motivation. The sixth reason chosen ones often find themselves lonely is the misunderstanding of their motivation. You see, chosen ones are driven by a purpose that goes beyond personal gain. They're motivated by a calling, a mission, a destiny that others might struggle to comprehend. Imagine you've been given a vision to start a revolutionary educational program that would transform lives in underserved communities. You pour all your time, energy, and resources into this vision. You work long hours, make personal sacrifices, and face numerous challenges. From the outside, people might not understand. They might question why you're working so hard for something that doesn't promise immediate rewards. They might advise you to get a real job or focus on making money. This is the loneliness of misunderstood motivation. Your driving force isn't external, it's internal. You're not motivated primarily by money, status, or recognition. You're motivated by purpose, by the knowledge that you're doing what you were born to. And this can be hard for others to understand in a world that often prioritizes personal gain over purpose. But here's the truth. Your motivation is not madness, it's mission. Your willingness to sacrifice for your calling is not foolishness, it's faithfulness. You're driven by a purpose that's bigger than yourself, and that's something to be celebrated, not questioned. So if you feel lonely because others don't understand why you do what you do, remember, your motivation comes from a higher source. You're not just working for a paycheck. You're working for a purpose. You're not just building a career. You're fulfilling a calling. The motivation might be misunderstood now, but in time, its fruits will be undeniable. Keep pushing forward. Keep pursuing your purpose. Because the world needs people who are motivated by more than money, who are driven by more than desire for personal gain. The world needs chosen ones like you who are willing to sacrifice for a greater good. 7, the paradox of power. The seventh and final reason why chosen ones often experience loneliness is what I call the paradox of power. You see, chosen ones are often gifted with unique abilities, talents, or influence. But this power, instead of drawing people closer, can actually create distance. Imagine you've been given an extraordinary gift. Let's say the ability to see potential solutions to complex global problems. This gift sets you apart. It gives you a kind of power. But with this power comes a paradox. People might be drawn to your gift, but intimidated by your person. They might want what you can do, but feel uncomfortable with who you are. This is the loneliness of power. Your abilities, instead of creating connection, create separation. People might put you on a pedestal, viewing you as somehow others or a difference. They might assume you don't face the same struggles or challenges they do. Or worse, they might become envious or resentful of your gifts. But here's the truth. Your power is not for isolation, it's for impact. You haven't been given these gifts to set you apart, but to equip you for service. Your abilities are not meant to elevate you above others, but to enable you to lift others up. So if you feel lonely because of your gifts or abilities, remember, true power is not about dominance, it's about service. It's not about being above others, it's about being there for others. Your gifts are not meant to create distance, but to bridge divides. Use your power to empower others. Use your influence to lift up those around you. Because the true measure of your power is not in how high you can climb, but in how many you can bring with you. Now, my friends, we've explored the 7 reasons why chosen ones often experience loneliness. But I want you to understand something crucial. This loneliness is not a punishment. It's a part of the process. It's not a flaw in your character. It's a feature of your calling. You see, loneliness can be a crucible. It can be the furnace in which your character is forged, your resolve is strengthened, and your purpose is clarified. In your moments of solitude, you have the opportunity to dig deep, to connect with your inner strength, to hear the whispers of your destiny. But remember, while the journey of a chosen one can be lonely, it doesn't have to be isolating. Yes, you might feel different. Yes, you might feel misunderstood, but you're not alone. Throughout history, chosen ones have walked this path. They felt the weight of vision, shouldered the burden of responsibility, adhered to higher standards, grappled with profound insights, endured seasons of preparation, been driven by misunderstood motivations, and navigated the paradox of power. Think about the great leaders, innovators, and change makers throughout history. They all experienced periods of loneliness, but they didn't let that loneliness defeat them. Instead, they used it as fuel for their mission. They allowed it to drive them deeper into their purpose. So I challenge you today, embrace your chosen status. Don't run from the loneliness, learn from it. Let it teach you resilience. Let it deepen your compassion. Let it clarify your vision, because the very things that make you feel lonely are the things that make you powerful. Your vision sets you apart, but it also equips you to lead others to a better future. Your sense of responsibility might be heavy, but it's shaping you into someone who can be trusted with great things. Your high standards might make you feel different, but they're preparing you for excellence. Your insights might create distance, but they also give you the ability to bring deeper understanding to others. That a season of preparation might feel isolating, but it's equipping you for lasting impact. Your motivations might be misunderstood, but they're the fuel for world-changing action. And your power might create paradoxes, but it also gives you the ability to empower others. You're chosen for a reason. Your loneliness is not a mistake. It's a catalyst for your mission. It's pushing you to dig deeper, to reach higher, to become more than you ever thought possible. It's shaping you into the person you need to be to fulfill your destiny. So stand tall, chosen one. Embrace your unique journey. Know that your loneliness is not forever. It's forging you. And when you emerge from this crucible, you will be ready. Ready to lead, ready to serve, ready to change the world in ways only you can. Your path is not for the faint of heart. It's a journey that few can truly comprehend, but one that you were destined to walk. As a chosen one, you carry a weight that others cannot see, but it's this very burden that will shape you into the leader you're meant to become. Loneliness is not a curse. It's a calling. It's the universe's way of preparing you for greatness. When you feel isolated, remember that diamonds are formed under intense pressure, far from the eyes of the world. Your solitude is your cocoon, where transformation happens in secret. Now, I want you to understand the 7 reasons why chosen ones like yourself often walk a solitary path. These aren't just words. They're truths that will illuminate your journey and give purpose to your pain. First, chosen ones see what others cannot. Your vision extends beyond the horizon that limits most people's sight. You perceive possibilities where others see dead ends. This gift of foresight can be isolating because few can grasp the magnitude of what you're working towards. But let me tell you, this vision is your compass. It will guide you through the darkest nights of doubt and confusion. Second, you operate on a different frequency. Like a radio tuned to a unique station, you pick up signals that others miss. This sensitivity to calling can make everyday conversations feel shallow. You might find yourself yearning for deeper connections, for minds that can match your wavelength. But remember, this frequency is your strength. It allows you to hear the whispers of destiny that others cannot perceive. Third, chosen ones often experience accelerated growth. While others are content with incremental progress, you're undergoing radical transformation. This rapid evolution can create a gap between you and your peers. You might outgrow relationships and environments at a pace that leaves you feeling alone. But I declare to you today, this growth is preparing you for the magnitude of your mission. Fourth, you carry responsibility that others do not. The weight of your calling can be heavy, and it's not something you can easily share or delegate. This responsibility might keep you up at night, when others are resting. It might drive you to push harder when others are satisfied. This can create distance, but it's also forging your character. You're developing the strength to carry not just your own dreams, but the hopes of many. Fifth, chosen ones often face unique challenges. The trials you encounter are tailored to your destiny. These obstacles aren't random. They're designed to equip you with the exact skills and wisdom you'll need for your purpose. While others may not understand the battles you fight, know that each challenge is a stepping stone to your greatness. Six, you have an unwavering commitment to your purpose. This dedication can sometimes be mistaken for obsession or selfishness by those who don't share your vision. You might find yourself choosing your mission over temporary pleasures or comfortable relationships. This commitment can be isolating, but it's also what will set you apart and ultimately lead to your success. Lastly, chosen ones often experience a deep existential loneliness. This is the loneliness of being a pioneer, of charting unknown territories. It's the solitude of standing at the forefront of change. But I want you to reframe this loneliness. It's not a sign of your inadequacy. It's a mark of your uniqueness. Now, let me share with you how to navigate this solitary path without losing your way. First, embrace your journey. Don't resist the loneliness. Welcome it as a teacher. The lessons you learn in solitude will be the foundation of your wisdom. Cultivate inner strength. Your most important relationship is with yourself. Develop a rich inner life through reflection, prayer, or meditation. Let your alone time be a source of renewal and inspiration. Seek kindred spirits. While your path may be unique, you're not the only chosen one in this world. Look for others who understand the weight of purpose. These connections, though perhaps few, will be deep and nurturing. Remember your why. In moments of isolation, reconnect with the reason you were chosen. Your purpose is bigger than your temporary discomfort. Let it be the fire that warms you in the cold nights of loneliness. Develop your gifts relentlessly. Use your solitude as an opportunity for intense growth. While others are distracted by the noise of the world, you have the silence needed for mastery. Your alone time is not a punishment. It's a gift of uninterrupted development. Practice self-compassion. The journey of a chosen one is demanding. Be kind to yourself. Recognize that your feelings of loneliness don't diminish your worth or your calling. Create a legacy mindset. Understand that your current loneliness is an investment in a future where you'll impact countless lives. The connections you'll make through your purpose will far outweigh the temporary solitude you're experiencing now. Now let me tell you about the rewards that await you on this path. Your loneliness is cultivating a depth in you that will resonate with multitudes. The wisdom you gain in solitude will illuminate the paths of many. Your current isolation is preparing you for profound connection and influence. And the strength you're building now will enable you to stand firm when others falter. The clarity you're gaining will allow you to guide others through their confusion. Your loneliness is not in vain. It's the price of your unique perspective and the power of your future impact. Imagine a future where your current struggles become the testimony that inspires millions. Picture yourself standing before crowds, sharing insights that could only have been gained through the very loneliness you're experiencing now. Your story of overcoming isolation will be the key that unlocks the prisons of others' limitations. And your loneliness is forging in you a capacity for compassion that will touch hearts and change lives. The empathy born from your solitude will make you a leader who truly understands the human experience. You'll be able to reach people at their deepest levels because you've plumbed the depths of your own soul. The focus you're developing now, free from distractions, will give you an edge in whatever field you're called to. While others scrambled for attention, you honed your skills in silence. This mastery will speak volumes and draw the right opportunities and people to you. Your journey is teaching you self-reliance and inner strength that will make you unshakable in the face of future challenges. The resilience you're building now will be the foundation of your future success. When others crumble under pressure, you will stand tall. fortified by the battles you've already won in solitude. The time you spend alone is allowing you to develop a clear vision, uncluttered by the opinions and expectations of others. This clarity will be magnetic. People will be drawn to the surety of your purpose and the strength of your conviction. Your loneliness is teaching you the value of genuine connection. When you do build relationships, they will be deep, meaningful, and aligned with your purpose. You won't settle for superficial interactions because you've learned the value of true companionship. The creativity birthed in your solitude will be a wellspring of innovation. Great ideas often come in moments of isolation, away from the noise of the world. Your alone time is an incubator for world-changing concepts and solutions. Understand that your current loneliness is temporary, but its impact is permanent. It's shaping you, refining you, preparing you. When the time comes for you to step into your full purpose, you'll be ready. You'll have the strength, the wisdom, and the character needed to fulfill your destiny. Your loneliness is not a roadblock. It's a runway. It's giving you the space to gather momentum before you take flight. And when you soar, you'll reach heights that will inspire others to spread their wings too. So embrace this season of solitude. Let it do its work in you. Allow it to strip away everything that's not essential to your purpose. Let it refine your character, sharpen your skills, and deepen your resolve. Now remember, chosen one, that your path is unique because your purpose is unique. The very things that set you apart now will be the qualities that draw others to you in the future. Your loneliness is not a punishment. It's a preparation. In the silence of your solitude, listen for the whispers of destiny. In the stillness of your isolation, feel the stirrings of greatness within you. In the quiet of your loneliness, hear the call to rise above the ordinary and step into the extraordinary life you were meant to live. Your time of emergence is coming. The world is waiting for the gift that only you can give. Your loneliness is crafting that gift, honing it to perfection. Trust the process. Embrace the journey. Your destiny awaits, and it's greater than anything you can imagine. Stand firm in your calling. Let your purpose be bigger than your pain. Allow your vision to be stronger than your loneliness. For in due time, you will see that every moment of solitude was worth it. Every tear, every doubt, every lonely night was shaping you for the glory that far outweighs them all. You are chosen. You're called. You are destined for greatness. Your loneliness is not your enemy. It's your ally in disguise. It's the chisel in the hands of destiny, sculpting you into a masterpiece that will inspire generations. So lift your head high, chosen one. Square your shoulders. Take a deep breath. Feel the power of your purpose coursing through your veins. You are not alone in your mission. The very forces of the universe are aligning to support you. Your time is coming. Your impact will be felt. Your voice will be heard. And when that day comes, you'll look back on this season of loneliness with gratitude, knowing it was the crucible that forged your greatness. Until then, keep walking. Keep growing. Keep believing. The world needs what only you can offer. Your loneliness is preparing a gift that will change lives. Embrace it. Use it. For you, chosen one, were born for such a time as this. Your loneliness is not your weakness. It's your hidden strength. And when you fully step into your purpose, the world will see what you've known all along, that you were chosen for a reason, that your path, though solitary, was always leading to something greater. Your loneliness is not the end of your story. It's only the beginning. The best is yet to come. So press on, chosen one. Your destiny awaits, and it's more magnificent than you can imagine.